Hey there, Chris Caines here. If you're watching this exclusive video, then you're either one of my elite subscribers or I have allowed a very close friend of mine to share this site with you. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you a simple but powerful method that's going to help you make boatloads of cash without hard work. Live every day of your life in blissful happiness and enjoy true unlimited freedom. Attract the partner of your dreams and enjoy unbelievable red-hot romance every day. And all it will take you is less than 10 minutes a day to make this all happen. Now, before we go any further, let me remind you again that this is an exclusive, by invitation only video. You'll not find this video anywhere else. This is strictly not for mass consumption. Because this is by far the best, simplest, easiest, and most fun method you can ever use to create your sensational new life. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to the Miracle Mind Method. This is the only shortcut in the universe that's designed to help anyone, and I mean anyone, to experience more wealth, romance, and happiness than you ever dreamed possible. Just a few years ago, I was absolutely miserable. For as long as I can remember, my love life and my finances were horrible. I was so broke I didn't have 2 pennies to rub together. I was a nerd with no self-confidence and never got any dates. This is a true story. I started falling into a very deep depression. The only thing I had going for me was my mind. I loved books and was thirsty for knowledge. I wanted to know how some individuals can make hundreds of millions of dollars. I also wanted to know what makes certain men chick magnets and why some women attract nearly all men. I started reading everything I could find on success, personal development, and wealth creation. Funny, but nearly every author claimed they had the 1 or 2 key ideas that led to success and riches. I'd read one book and thought I had the answer. But in the next book, a completely different idea was revealed that was supposedly the key to limitless success. Eventually, I read and listened to hundreds of authors and encountered a ton of key ideas, each promising astounding riches and success. I felt like I'd tried everything, and yet I was getting absolutely nowhere. For a while, it seemed like everyone who was actually successful in life were either geniuses, already rich, or so well connected they'd have to try hard not to be successful. And I made a solemn promise that if I ever cracked the code and discovered a way for normal people like us to experience an abundance of wealth, health, and happiness, then I'd share it with other people like me who worked too hard and got too little in life. If you're still with me thus far, there's a good chance that you can somehow relate to my earlier struggles and frustration. Frustrated, I let my dreams of success fade away and die. Until one day, when something amazing happened. It was like a miracle from God Himself. One day I was at a conference. I struck up a conversation with this guy who has everything. He has everything. He has health. He has 3 kids and a gorgeous, loving wife. He has money, boatloads of it. His net worth at that time was about $10 million. Keep in mind, at that time I had absolutely nothing. I was struggling in life, not really knowing what to do. What I decided to do that day is simply just ask him what his secret to success was. He pretty much smiled, and he told me one thing. This one thing instantly changed my entire life from that point on. So what was that thing that he told me? And again, this is going to forever change the way you look at making money, relationships, health, everything. He basically told me, Chris, you just need to use a certain power of the mind to get what you really want, and went on to give me specific instructions to using that certain power. That's it. It's so simple, and yet so powerful. And I hope you fully understand how important this is, because that single sentence changed everything. You see, we humans have a remarkable power, but we rarely use it. Well, actually, we use it all the time, but don't harness it, wasting dozens of opportunities to moving closer to what we want each and every day. Peace, happiness, money, love, joy, friendship, fun, success, and more. Think of this certain power of the mind as a river, constantly flowing and raging. This river has a great power that we can use to get what we want, but just like a raging river, it's possible to harness it and direct it to get what we want. And that was when I took my first step in the right direction. And even though it didn't work out at first, deep inside me, I knew this was something that could really change my life. So I kept going, making changes to my approach, and finally it clicked one day. I started seeing results. In the first month of my struggling business, I took it from $500 a month to $9,831 a month. Soon, before I knew it, my income went from almost nothing to $10,000, $20,000, and even $70,000 in a single month. And it really is that simple and easy once you harness that certain power of the mind. Now, I know what you might be thinking right now. This sounds too good to be true. I realize I'm making some big claims here. 99% of the time, if something sounds too good to be true, it is. But once in a while, amazing things are created or discovered. Think about the amazing things that we take for granted today, yet were considered too good to be true before they became widely known and accepted. Consider the internet, computers, electricity, cars, airplanes, space travel, antibiotics, open heart surgery, and this is just to name a few. It just so happens that the Miracle Mind method is based on a major scientific discovery that will revolutionize the world.